Hi, Sudden Impact fans. It's John again with another episode of Sudden Impact. Now, in this episode, I'm going to be talking about the TNA wrestling and New Japan wrestling relationship and uh, where it currently is and uh, what it could be like going forward in terms of both companies. So over the past couple of months, I know that there has been a definite cooling off between New Japan and TNA, in not in with any bad blood or anything like that, but there just hasn't been many crossovers between uh, with New Japan wrestlers and TNA wrestlers competing on like the opposite, uh, like each other's company. Like usually uh, over WrestleMania weekend, there is um, Multiverse United or whatever, some TNA wrestling and New Japan crossover show. Um, but this year that didn't happen for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it's also seen um, Ace and Bay Club, who were members of the Bullet Club, distance themselves from the Bullet Club faction in New Japan and sort of like strike out on their own in TNA. The only real um, uh, crossover between them that's happened this year has been with the Best of the Super Juniors that finished recently, and that was with Kushida, who is both signed to New Japan and TNA, competing in the B block of that division of that tournament. He and yeah, he didn't. He only won. He only finished with a total of 8 points, whereas the person who topped that group finished with 12. Uh, and El Desperado won that tournament, Best of the Super Juniors. So yeah, just really, I'm not sure what is going on as far as the relationship between New Japan and TNA. Also, I'm not sure what's going on with the relationship between AAA, Lucha Libre, and TNA because uh, yeah, they haven't had many wrestlers featured on their programming recently, despite the relationship being renewed at this year's Hard to Kill. So I'm not really sure what is going on with TNA in terms of keeping their partnerships with uh, New Japan and AAA going. I know that everyone is currently at the moment talking about the working relationship with WWE NXT and TNA. That seems to be taking up the majority of the spotlight in terms of more recency and fan booking and all that. But I'd like to see also TNA and those other companies dedicate some time to actually maintaining their relationship despite maintaining their relationship um, because the professional wrestling is at its best when there is cross promotion or cross company interaction, because I mean, we've all seen how the relationship between AEW and New Japan and CMLL is going at the moment, where with New Japan and CMLL wrestlers featured quite prominently on AEW programming pretty much every week now, and with the fact that Forbidden Door is also coming up in a couple of weeks' time. It's a historically been a show, a co-promoted show between New Japan and AEW, and this time I think they're also trying to incorporate CMLL wrestlers into it in some capacity, even though I'm not sure if they've actually had any CMLL wrestlers actually put on the card at the moment for Forbidden Door, but we're still a couple of weeks away, and there's also still a couple of spots in the TNT Championship ladder match. So hopefully one of those slots goes to a CMLL wrestler, and the other one goes to a New Japan wrestler. But this is I'm getting off topic. This is a TNA video and not a AEW video. But so I'd also like to see New Japan and TNA just do another co-promoted event, like one of those multiverse United or whatever those events were called. I mean, they did have 2 of those events last year, which was quite weird because it just felt out of place. But yeah, I'd also like to see them do a co-promoted event with AAA like they did last year, when they went specifically down to Mexico. TNA wrestlers went down to Mexico and actually worked I'm wanting to say like a sort of co-promoted event with the AAA wrestlers. But I'd like to see more of that happen, especially in the future, and possibly even doing a co-promoted event with NXT, like a Worlds Collide event as well. That can be also both featured on WWE programming as well as TNA programming as well, like available on both services. And let me know what you guys would like to see in terms of TNA's relationship, like working relationships, and if you'd like to see more of those wrestlers from other companies coming and competing in TNA. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to Sudden Impact, and ring the bell for notifications, and leave your comments down below. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching.